Will everyone be responsible or be held responsible for what they do in this life?
The clock is ticking. All your actions are like time generators, karma generators. We don't slow the mind and its functioning down to where we precisely, exactly see, right, what we're sending out by impulse, by emotion, by thought, by intentions, by word, and by action. We don't see that. See? And yet you see mishaps happening everywhere, differently. And then people say, oh, the person was so good. How could that happen? It doesn't make sense. What kind of logic is behind this now? Really good, pious person. Boom! Something happens. Well, you have to look at the track. Not just the moment, but what led up to it. See, where what happened as an end result was set up. And then if you look down the track, then you see by whom, how and why it was set up. As a way of departing from this dimension. You know, just another one of the billion ways, because there are a billion people and more than multi-billion and maybe zillion ways of how people can leave here under their, let's say, karmically inherited, let's say, means. Because in this world, this equals that. It's the mechanical world of nature. Science, you know, is validated because this world is a mechanical world and they can work from that. So, but that's not the only dimension we're, encountering as we move on and experiencing simultaneously. There's a no-time world, there's a no world, there's a no-self world, there's a no-mind world. All of this is occurring simultaneous to the, let's say, the practice of being a self. See? And by self, we don't mean a person, you know, particularly, we mean neurotic. That function that resists the spiritual, all right, and is more inclined to create grief for itself. See, neurosis, see, uptightness, contraction, pain and suffering. And one of the best results and proofs of, let's say, the self in terms of its tendencies, it's like self-destructive experiences. See? They're going to happen for more than just self reasons. They're going to happen because of what self creates relative to others and its relationship to the physical universe relative to time, space, energy, and matter. So it goes back to the self. You're boom, birth time. That's the beginning. Well, that's part of it. Most of the beginning. If we want to have the full beginning, you got to do your mother's chart and see what she gave you to suffer, and then what you've inherited from her to suffer goes on to your death, and so on and so forth.